So you think you got everything covered. You got all the tools you need to do a particular task. But oh no, never works out that way, does it? Recently I had to do a 11mm internal thread. And I tried to use this, but it just wouldn't cut it. In other words, it would cut it, but I wouldn't be able to back it off to get the damn thing out. So rather than butcher this, I decided to butcher this, which is a high-speed steel cutter from this set, which, you know, no great sacrifice, but I did it. I only had to go in about 8mm. Fine. Problem solved. So after butchering that tool, I was cruising Temu. Shh, don't tell anyone. And I come across this little internal thread cutter, and this is 4mm in diameter. Isn't it cute? Apparently it's made of tungsten carbide, and who knows. So I bought it, and that cost $5. I thought, for $5, what the hell? Now, there's another shonky setup for you. Beautiful. The trouble is, these things, to buy the holders, they're sitting around $30 Australian. And I'm not going to pay that. Too much. A couple of days later, I come across the 6mm diameter internal thread cutter, and I thought, well, that's probably better for what I want, so I bought that, and this cost $7. Now it feels like it's heavy enough to be good quality carbide, so I realised I needed to make a double-sided fixed height quick change tool post holder for internal thread cutters. Try saying that 10 times fast. Sober. So here's the plan. 50mm wide to match the quick change tool post. 25mm high, because it has to be 25mm high, I'll explain later. 18mm deep, and I'll have the 6mm one end and the 4mm the other end held in with grub screws. So all I have to do is flip it over, and this will be at the right height. Now the centre height is 17mm from the bottom of the tool post, and 17mm from the other side. Now I thought of making it 30mm high, but the holes are going to run into each other, so it has to be 25. Got it? I found this piece of cold rolled mould steel, which is 25mm. So I guess you're wondering, why am I modifying my tool post? Well, when I made the tool post, it would fit all the holders. But when I made my tool post grinder, it would only fit on this side and not up the front. Now to get around this, I just undid the tool post and turned it round to the dovetail that it would fit. And it's not a big deal, but it was just a bit annoying. I like to preserve my fancy cutters, and with the dovetail I start out with a 0.3 cut where the point starts, and as the cut progresses to a larger surface area, I decrease it to a 0.2 cut. I don't use any fancy measuring systems to do dovetails. I just put a scribed line of the top cut, and then I sneak up on it. Now it's time to mark out where all the holes are going to go. It's 14mm from the bottom of the dovetail to the outside edge. So I'll set my scribe tool to 7mm and I'll scratch a mark all the way around the holder. Remember this? Minnie designed it. To square the tool post, I just lock the 1, 2, 3 block in the chuck. Easy. Just don't forget it's in there. Hoo-hoo! I started with a 1/8 jobber drill and I took it down to about 10 or 12mm to hopefully make the drill cut straight. I drilled both of the cutter holes with a 3.5mm drill all the way through. Now I'm drilling out one hole to 5.5mm. I'm going to ream this hole 6mm. It's engineering overkill. It's unnecessary. I could have just whacked a 6mm drill through. And the bottom hole, the 4mm, yeah, I just drilled it out. Much quicker. The truth is I've had a reamer set for quite a few years and I never play with them. I didn't realise that this hole was so constipated. If I did, I would have cleared it. Honest. Now for a bit of tap dancing. I always use quality taps when doing mild steel. About 40 years ago, a mate of mine who was a storeman in a college gave me about a dozen Suttons, ranging from 4 to 6mm, and to this day I've never broken one. Maybe he had a premonition that I would need them 40 years later. This countersink bit has a permanent home in one of my drills. Very handy. Now I'm just going to tidy up the tool down to 400 grit. That'll do. When bluing, I just put a few drops into a container so I don't pollute the bottle. And painting we will go. After bluing, I like to soak the part in motor oil for about an hour. Fun fact, earbuds are just the right size to clean up a 5mm thread. After threading, I had to run the drills through the holes again to clear all the swarf and the burrs. Hate them burrs. Pretty. I guess I better check the alignment. I put a bevel tool in the end of the chuck. Yeah, that'll work. A great way to protect this little 4mm cutter, I can just hide it in the holder. No, my luck, if I drop the damn thing, it'll be like toast, always ending up on the buttered side. I just found a task for that 4mm cutter. Recently I bought this graver, but it didn't come with any fittings. So I'm going to run the airbrush compressor. And I need to make a brass fitting to go into the end of the pipe with a very, very fine thread. Yeah, that's going to be a fun day. See you next time, guys. Bye.